Good morning. Oh, I got my teeth. I'm ready to go. Less of a wind up today. Hello. Hello. Crisco Jack, thank you very much for being a member for 29 months. Hold on, I'm gonna take a sip of tea. Hello, Randon. Hopefully you're having a good day today and you're stuck with me for 29 more months. The happiest 29 months of my life. Ah, for real, for real. I didn't really sleep that well last night. Something was stressing me out and I couldn't really get that much sleep. Can I do something stupid while we chat? While we just like, I want to talk about bicycles, but I want to do something stupid while we're, yes, Yuki, my new bike project. I haven't built a new bike in a very long time, actually. I got 3 hours of sleep last night because I got lost. Matthew, I wanted to ask for permission to fucking read books in Zomboid while I'm yapping. Is that not... Will trebuchet melatonin towards your location so you can sleep better? In hindsight, I probably should have taken melatonin. Probably. Razor, thank you very much for being a member for 34 months. What's up? Cats, Lady Cats, thank you very much for being a member for 5 months. As of 2 days ago, I've hit the big 3-0. 30? Congratulations, you made it. My health has never been very good since childhood, so I didn't think I'd make it this far. Oh, man. Let's go. That's a huge win. You fought for it. You got here. Hell yeah. I think my life got way better when I hit 30. I didn't really enjoy my teens or my 20s. 30s is okay. I prefer my 30s, but not every person is like that. Someone once told me tart cherry juice helps them sleep. What? Tart cherry juice? You're just a 30-year-old teen. Ain't that the truth, Dimel? Ain't that the freaking truth? So do I have permission to just fucking read in Zomboid while I yap with you guys? I think I will. Just because it was something that I've been thinking about doing. Okay. I don't even think you guys will be able to hear it because, my desktop audio is muted. So I'm just gonna put this bad boy right here. Oh, hold on. Make it small. Yeah. I'm just gonna put it here. Oh no. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll figure it out. If anything, I need to get more carpentry mechanics books. I'm gonna get mechanical. I just want to get do what you want. I'm not a cop. That's a very suspicious thing to say for someone who's not a cop. Are you sure about that? Can Randon burp on command? Now that's the question. I actually can't. All right, we're gonna log in. Whale Sharks, thank you very much for being a member for 16 months. Thank you. I got my own desk at my new job. Now I can watch streams while I work in peace. Going through it at the moment because of medical stuff, but your streams help me feel better. I'm sorry to hear that there's like medical health issues. I think that's like the base of being happy and productive. I hope that gets in order for you soon. I do. Angel, good morning. Thank you for stopping by. I'm firing up Zomboid just so I could fucking, you know, read my books while I'm yapping with you guys. Cats, thank you very much for the pink super chat. Thank you very much. Pink is growing on me. I kind of like the color a lot. Brandon, I just want to thank you because about 4 years ago I was bedridden on my birthday. Ah, you sang a song with some friends that uplifted my spirits when I was super depressed. Mood matters so much for medical recovery. Thank you for helping me sing it. I'm glad that you made it. I'm glad that you made it. You got that toughness in you, you know? Oh, that was too loud. the zomboid is too loud. Okay, here we go. Oh, shit. Here we go. We're reading. Clicking ASMR. I'm glad to. I mean, the strength of will, I think, is the most important thing. Ah, Lily, good morning. Thank you for watching the stream with Charlie. Chad, am I weird for thinking Randon's kind of cute? Thank you. That's the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me. Wrecked. Yeah, RAM prices are super fucking crazy. It's because people are allowed to like pre-order everything without offering anything down. That doesn't make any sense. Why do they do that? Can I do that? Can I go up to like fucking Corsair and be like, hey, I want to buy everything that you are going to produce in 2028? It's like, oh, okay. Do you have any money down? It's like, no, man. You just got to trust me. I'm just praying my PC lasts until the AI bubble bursts at this point. Yeah, man. It's crazy. Okay. I am reading, so now we can chit chat. So it's Sam Altman's fault. Kill him. I know, in Minecraft. I don't think I'm munching on anything. I think I'm drinking tea. That's what you guys are hearing. Okay. So, yo, Kozaki, thank you for stopping by. DDP, thank you for stopping by. Notion, thank you very much for stopping by. Hawks, medium rare chicken, good morning. Okay. So I want to build a modern touring bike. I've gone on 1, 2, 3, 4. I've gone on 5-ish. I don't consider it a bicycle tour if it's less than a week, right? I think a bicycle tour has to be more than 10 days. So I've gone on 5-ish bicycle tours so far. That's not that much now that I think about it. Less than one a year. Way less than one a year. And I've owned 2 touring bikes. The first, both of them, one of them was an 80s mountain bike, which is crazy. It was a mountain bike from 1989. And the second one, I do name my bikes. I do name my bikes. So that one, man, that one was a pain in the ass to build. It was not a very good bike. The second one was a 90s mountain bike, which is like, okay, a little bit better. But that one was also had like a bunch of issues. I think I want to go over like my experience building and riding a touring bike and the things that I decided that I know that I want and that I do not want. But I did build both of my bikes myself. I bought the tools and stuff like that, and then I disassembled them, cleaned them, all the like the inside, the outside, everything, and then I reassembled it with brand new parts. I didn't use the same parts as it came with. I kind of like overhauled it with my more modern drivetrain and wheels, but the frame is from the late 80s, and then the second one is from the mid 90s. Instant, thank you very much for being a member for 42 months. Overtime's ended. I'm a free man child again. Freedom! Freedom. What happened to your old touring bikes? The first one The first one was actually kind of cool looking, which is why I bought it. And that was a mistake. The first one was cool looking, which is why I decided to turn it into a touring bike. And it had a whole bunch of issues, but it was a Bianchi, and it had that Bianchi teal color. It's called Celeste Green. And I hung it on my wall afterwards. And then when I moved, I don't think I took it with me. I think I lost it somewhere. I don't know where it went, but I lost track of that frame. My second bike, I gave away to not a friend, but the friend of a friend who wanted to start biking. And they fit the bike. They're pretty tall. And they needed it to get to work. Because I don't know, this is like a crazy story. They needed a bike to get to work because they lost their driver's license. They lost their driver's license. And it wasn't... They lost their driver's license for like a really stupid reason. I don't exactly remember why. They didn't lose it because they were drinking. They lost it because like... I think if you ignore the police enough, like you just lose your license. They just like rescind it. Too many points. It might have been something like that. I don't know. They just keep ignoring the police. And they lost their driver's license. I don't know if that's a thing. That's the way that it was explained to me. And I was like, I don't understand how that could happen, but okay. I don't know. I don't know the full story because I don't know them that well. We were just chit-chatting while I was, you know, helping them acclimate to the bike. How does one ignore the police? I don't know. I don't know how you could do. I do not need a driver's license. I am not driving. I am traveling. Don't be a sovereign citizen. No, no, no. My friend almost lost their license because they got caught going 29 miles over the speed limit. Needless to say, they drive good now. I don't know. I don't know what it was. Maybe they were lying to me and they were just embarrassed. I don't know. It was never really explained to me, but their driver's license got suspended for like a year. Can that happen? It got suspended, but they still needed to go to work. So they were like, I need a bike. But I've never ridden a bike before, and it's too much money. Like, I barely, like, I think they worked at Subway or something. But, so I was like, you know what? I don't really use my touring bike much anymore. How about you take it, and if you like it, well, I think I said I'll lend it to you, right? And so I lent them the bike. Yes, I did teach them how to ride the bike. It was kind of cute. They like fell in love. I could see that they really, really liked it. You know, like I was teaching them over the course of like a day and a half. And then we went on a bike ride. And then like when we finished, they looked like super psyched, you know, like happy. So I lent them the bike. They took it. They were using it to go to work. And then I think half a year later, they were like, I don't think I want to, like, once I get my license back, I don't think I'm going to drive to work. I think I'm just going to keep riding my bike, riding the bike. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then I think at that point, I was just like, you know what? If you like it that much and you want to keep it, you can keep it if you want. Like, I'll give you the bike. It's yours now. So I gifted them my old touring bike, and that's how I lost Valkyrie. Gray Potion, thank you very much for joining membership. Much appreciated. Anyways, somebody asked me what's the nicest bike I own. I can't tell you the brand, but it is a full carbon gravel bike. I think I'm past the super skinny tire road bike. I don't think I'm ever going to ride anything with skinnier than like 40 millimeter tires anymore. I can't go back. It's just so nice. It feels so much better. I mean, when I started biking, I was riding like 20, you know, like 23-inch tires. It was like, ah, man. What's your opinion on fat tires? Fat tires? I can't say that I've ever ridden one, but they do have their place, especially if you live in an area where it snows and you need to bike where it snows. If it's snowing and you have to get out there on a bike, you have to wear fat tires. Well, you don't wear them. You have to ride a fat tire bike. Shrimp Radio, thank you very much for being a member for 15 months. You sure had you for sure had that bike that Mac made in Always Sunny. I can neither confirm nor deny that. Sushi, good morning. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. What the heck? Oh, I'm tense. I need a jacket and smoke a cigarette. Hold on. Smoke a ciggy. You can smoke while reading. That's awesome. Okay. That's a quality of life update if I've ever seen one. I was given a cigar at my best friend's wedding recently. Oh my god. You should buy a monocle and a top hat and then smoke that cigar. You should definitely do that. Have you seen the newest Asus vid on YouTube? They're launching something for bikes. The RAM shortages really hit Asus. That's crazy. This is crazy. It's insane. Okay. Are you reading in Zomboid while yapping? Fallout Man, I am. Guilty, TBH. Okay. So those are my 2 touring bikes that I've owned. What are the issues that I've had with them that I want to yap about? I mean, the first and the foremost, the one that, what are you reading, Zomboid? I'm reading Aiming 3, and then I'll read Reloading, and then I'll read Carpentry, and then Cooking, and then maybe First Aid? I don't know. What color do you want for your new bike? I think I'm less picky about color and more into like the stuff that I want. But I mean, if I could pick, it's got to be green. But my first touring bike was Celeste green, like a teal green. My second one was black. My third one might be poop brown. I don't know. A nice color might spark joy though. Maybe. It's pretty rare to find a pink bike. It's pretty rare, actually. Okay. So the number one thing that I want and I need in a modern touring bike is both. Oh, actually, all right. So my second touring bike, the one that I gave away, had V brakes. It started off with cantilever brakes, and then I upgraded them to V brakes. But V brakes are still not great. The first touring bike that I had some bullshit called a U brake. I've never even heard of a U brake. They don't even fucking make that shit anymore. They're terrible. What are V brakes? V brakes are a type of cantilever brake. They don't work very well. They do not work. You squeeze the levers and they don't really slow you down that much. Hey Randon, if you had to make a Mad Max vehicle to transport you and a mob of boys, what would you make? I want to make a mini trench rig. Ooh, a Mad Max style vehicle? Let me think. Ooh, that's a good one. So in my mind, a Mad Max style vehicle is a vehicle that is rather mundane, that would exist in real life. And then it's been fucked up in a good way, right? To be honest, no, not a golf cart. I know what it would be. If I could get fucking, what's his name? Frank Miller? No, that's the comic book dude. If I could get my own Mad Max character and vehicle, it would be... Do you guys know the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile? It's like a bus in the shape of a giant hot dog. George Miller! George Miller. I would take the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile and then just fucking fuck that shit up. I would just... Bro! Bro! Its main weapon would be that it shoots... it shoots cloudy gasoline through the tip, and then you could light it on fire. It's like a flamethrower, but like, it doesn't immediately shoot fire. It gives you a squirt and a half of that like cloudy liquid first, and then it ignites it, and then it shoots rope. Yeah. And then it ignites. That's just fucking cash money, man. How about Greek fire out the tip? Yeah. Yeah. And then all the Randonites would be riding on the bus with me, you know? We would paint the wiener part green. We would paint the wiener part green. That's basically what I would do. Hold on a second. I don't think I ended up smoking. Smoke. You smoking yet? Okay. I'm gonna eat, and then we'll go back to chatting. I love how we have another word for calm. Okay. I don't want anything canned. I will not be eating a pound of powdered garlic. No, thank you. A jar of bell peppers. A barbecue lighter. I mean, that's pretty good, right? Oh, chips. I'll be eating that. Thank you very much. Okay. Back to reading. Get back to reading. Okay. All right, we're reading. Softopus, I am indeed talking about Zomboid. Okay. So the U-brake, I don't even know what to tell you, man. I'd never heard of a U-brake before, and then when I installed it, I was like, this seems like it would be ass. And then I rode it for about 900-ish miles on my first tour, and it was ass. And I was like, so this is the scary part. Both of those bikes, the second bike with the V-brakes was definitely better, but both of them, when I got to a certain grade decline, like if I'm going down a mountain, of which you have to if you're bicycle touring, I think it would be about like 7 to 10% gradient, like going downhill, which is pretty steep. I lost the ability to completely stop. Does that make sense? It's really scary when you're on like a old bike and you're loaded down with like 50 pounds of camping gear. You're going down a mountain and then you press the brakes and it's like, oh, you can't stop. Like if the road shears away. Dutch pro tip, get an obnoxious color so the bike stealing gangs won't steal your bike. Is there bike theft in Europe? I just assume that there would not be bike theft. I don't know why. That's probably the stupidest thing. Yes, man. I don't know why. I just assume that you guys didn't do that shit. Tons of bike theft in the Netherlands. That's kind of interesting. I guess in my mind, for some reason, Europe is not so different from like Japan, for example. I guess in my mind, Europe is not so different from Japan. You're giving humans too much credit. I know where I live. If you leave a bike tied to a pole, they'll deadass like saw the pole. You know? They'll saw the pole to steal your bike. Bike theft also exists in Japan? Yeah, but it's pretty rare, right? Can't have nothing in Detroit. See, here sometimes you see bikes still get chained to their spot, but fucked up because the thieves couldn't remove it, so they destroy it out of spite. Or they steal anything that they can get off of it with like a wrench, right? Ah, itchy. Anyways, what were we talking about? Yeah, the brakes, right? It's scary. Like, I'm like going downhill and I have this thought. It's like, what if there's like a traffic jam ahead of me? Like, what if for some reason like a bunch of cars are stopped because, you know, like a fucking landslide or something, right? What if the road shears away? Like, what if I need to stop? I'm like already en route. And it's like, what if I need to stop and I can't? And it's like, I guess I'm just gonna die. Like, that thought has gone across my head multiple times. And it's like, just don't get a real bike next time. Get a real bike next time. So for this modern bike, I want disc brakes, and I actually want hydraulic disc brakes, which I know a lot of people in the touring space are like, don't get hydraulic because you can't repair a hydraulic brake line if it has mechanical trouble. You can't repair it, you know, behind an abandoned gas station in the desert, right? A cable will always work. Wait, bikes can have disc brakes? Yes, my number one bike currently has disc brakes, and it's awesome. It's 10 out of 10. So I would want my touring bike to have disc brakes. Number one important thing. Now you're telling me bikes could have abs? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know it. You should carry a second hydraulic just in case. No, man. What is your current bike's name? You mean my number one bike? My number one bike is named Hugo. Hugo. Not after Elrond or Agent Smith. I named Hugo after Victor Hugo, the author. Anyway, oh, man, what was I talking about? The brakes? That's just scary, dude. Oh, anti-lock braking. Yeah. I know about anti-lock braking, ABS, because of Initial D. That's literally the only reason why I know about it. They talk about Takumi having a built-in ABS in his right foot, right? Is that a thing for bikes? ABS? No, it's definitely not. Anywho, what was I talking about? The things that I want on my bike. Neither bike had full rack and fender mounts. They were like mountain bikes, right? And they were like, you're not gonna need a rack on a mountain bike. So they just didn't have a lot of the, yo, Dreamy, thank you for stopping by. Good morning. I'm talking about my dream bike. What are that? It's like, you know, the places where on the frame itself where you could screw in the mounting point for like a rack or a fender. And if you don't have that, there are these clamps that you can use, which I used the clamps, but those are like not, those are weak. Like they also rattle, you know? No mounts, so 50 clamps and zip ties. Exactly. Are you able to afford a bike in our year 2026? So Optimus, I talked about this while I was playing Zomboid. I probably can't afford it. I've been eating out less, and I've been cooking at home more, and I've been trying to use less gas, and I've been just kind of cutting back in general. But I do feel like if I'm able to splurge a little bit. Well, I bought myself a slingshot, but that was a gift from one of you guys. If I am allowed to splurge, and I think I need it. I don't know. I don't really splurge on myself that much, but if I need one, not need, but if I'm allowed to do it, then I would want a modern touring bike because I've never had one. Get a throne, cutie. I feel guilty. I don't know. I feel guilty. I don't think I'd be able to use a throne. I've been splurging on cooking tools lately, which is more of an investment. Yo, what cooking tools did you get? This was years ago. This was like 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I upgraded to a full set of pots and pans. They were pretty expensive, but I'm using them now, and they're all dead-ass, like, I've been using them a lot. They look fucking new. There's, like, little scratches here and there, but they're, like, completely new. And it's like, oh, this is so much better than fucking going to Target every 3 years, and the fucking handle just falls off after 2. Oh, all clad. Chef's fucking kiss, my guy. Dude, all clad is so good. Yes. Baking steel? I'm not really much of a baker. I'm not good at baking. I think baking is harder than cooking because you can't taste while you're baking. You just have to hope that you don't fuck it up. My number one tip for learning how to cook is always be tasting while you're cooking. You know? You can, but you shouldn't. Matthew, thank you very much for the super chat. Bike funds, live your best life before the economy collapses for one reason or another. If anything, what are you prepping for? I mean, I'm prepping because I plan to fucking survive. If I was a World of Warcraft hunter, I would have aspect of the cockroach on. 24/7. No monkey. No hawk. None of that bullshit. I have aspect of the cockroach. Like, I'm gonna fucking survive. I will. I mean, I don't compare myself to the guy at all because he's a fucking scumbag. But you know the scene where Homelander dies? You know that scene? Like Homelander's final scene? Maybe that's a spoiler. I apologize. That's me. Just absolutely the most pathetic piece of shit that you've ever seen. I'll do whatever you want. You can beat the shit out of me. You want me to suck your dick? I'll suck your dick. Please don't kill me. That's me. I'm a fucking cockroach, dude. I'll survive. I have no intention of ever dying. Do I gotta watch this show? Damn. It's okay, but it gets kind of weird. I don't know. I don't think it's that good. Anyways, so let's continue talking. What were we talking about? The dream bike? I just it is probably splurging. Oh, I finished reading. Hold on. Sorry, hold on. Bored? Sad? Alright. I'm gonna have to read some kind of bullshit. I should read electrical as well. Sorry guys, hold on. I need to find something sexy to read. Alright, this will be good. Read this. I need to get rid of my fucking sadness. Are Walmart bikes any good? Nane, you want to know something fucking crazy? If you get the right bike, they are surprisingly good. Fucking bike YouTube has been going crazy over a Walmart bike. It's called the Ozark Trail G1, and it's like the best damn $200. Yeah, the Ozark Trail G1 is like $250, and it's like a pretty good bike. It's not bad. I don't own one, but I looked at the specs and it's like, yeah, that's a rideable bike. This is definitely rideable. I'm gonna read the comic book because I'm still sad. Anywho. I just watched that last night. You were so lucky. I know Pam would definitely beat the shit out of me if I spoiled something for her. I never want you to be sad, even in Zomboid. Right? You got food? There's a bunch of trash like on the floor, but that's fine. You got food. You got water. Stop being sad. Walmart bikes are still a lottery in quality, but they're gems like that G1 and the former King GMC Denali. Yeah, some of them are good. I've heard about XLab. I feel like there's a lot of viral marketing there. I don't know how much it's actually cheaper, because I went onto the website, so I guess they won their marketing, and I was like, I guess it is cheaper. But I kind of feel like XLab is in the US at least is what like Cube and Canyon is in Europe, because Europe has really cornered that like concept of a direct to buyer bicycle, and then they cut out all of the middlemen, right? If you want to get a Canyon or a Cube in the US, it's actually a little bit more expensive than if you just walk into a bike shop. So it's like, why do that? Okay, hold on. I need to find a book to read. Maybe electrical? Fuck it, dude. Let's do electrical. Electrical and mechanics next. So I want rack mounts, right? I need rack and fender mounts. I need... What else do I need on the bike? A microchip? What about fishing? What about fishing? Fishing? We have a pond by the grill. Ooh, a little fishing pond? Okay, okay. For now, I'm just gonna, it's hard for me to navigate because this thing is way too small. I guess I could just put it here. That's way smarter. Okay. Untitledly, good morning. Yes, I'm talking about my new bike project. I need a bike seat. Can I? Shit, I might piss off. I might piss off the Brits right now. I might say something that'll piss you guys off, and I apologize for that. Did you guys know that every tourist is fucking absolutely in love with the Brooks saddle? Have you guys heard of the Brooks leather saddle? It's like legendary. Every bicycle tourist is like, it's the most comfortable saddle I've ever ridden. There is no substitute. Every touring bike should have a Brooks saddle. It's a very old saddle company in England, I think. I'm pretty sure it's in England. And it was like established in like the fucking 1700s or some shit. Yo, Martin. Thank you very much for the tier 3 sub. Thank you, thank you. Or Nikolai, thank you. The one with the leather and the springs? Yes, that. It is incredibly comfortable. I have a Brooks saddle. I left the one that was on Valkyrie on when I gave it to my friend's friend, but I have another Brooks saddle. And it is incredibly comfortable because it's leather and it kind of like bends permanently to the shape of your ass after you ride it about like 200 miles. I don't hate everything British, Hawks. I don't. But, and I like the Brooks saddle, but I'm going to say this right now, right? They're bad for touring. They're bad for touring because if you get the saddle wet, it permanently warps and damages the saddle because leather absorbs water, right? So for touring, even if it's not raining, you know, there's like a morning dew style system, right? Not system. There's like a morning dew, even if it's not raining. Basically, every time I parked the bike for the night and I was like in the campground, I had to cover the saddle with a trash bag or something, right? And it just got so fucking tiring. And then if I'm riding in the rain, which you have to ride in the rain. You can't just be like, oh, it's raining, I guess I'm not going to ride my bike today. You have to ride it in the rain. You're damaging the saddle. You have to make sure to wipe it down, oil it. There's too much maintenance required for a leather saddle while you're on bicycle tour. And I think it's, for me, what I've learned is that the essence of bicycle touring is to fucking minimize the amount of work, which leads me to another point that I want to tangent on. I was riding on tour and I had my camping gear and I had my expensive backpacking gear. If you guys didn't know, I also did a little bit of backpacking. So I had a lot of the gear. I had ultralight tent, ultralight sleeping pad, ultralight sleeping bag that packs down really small because it's down. It's a down sleeping bag. You played Backpacker on the PC? I've never even heard of that game. Interesting. So, what the fuck was I talking about? Backpacking? I had the gear. The tangent is I have a sleeping pad that weighs like half a pound. This thing is fucking tiny. It weighs like 9 ounces. It packs down about to the size of like a fucking Coca-Cola can. A standard can of Coke. And then like, it's pretty comfortable because it's like, once it inflates, it's like thick. But uninflating it in the morning and then fucking rolling it real tight into its bag, it takes so much time and it's so fucking hard, right? Yes. I've decided that I'm going to shelve that for bicycle touring, and I'm going to use the closed cell foam pad. You know, it looks kind of like an egg carton. It's got the little dimples in it. Because that one, you just fucking unfold that shit. You just fucking unfold that shit and you're ready to go. And so what if it's less comfortable as long as it keeps me warm? That's the only thing that matters. Oh, Matthew, thank you very much for the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you. Oh my god, did you send the second one on accident? Oh, thank you. Oh shit. Another one. Ooh, you're catching some lurkers. I like that. Oh shit, those were on accident? I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Snipe him. Oh no. You got Germa. Everybody keeps saying that and it keeps making me excited. And then I check. Peckish. Getting bored. Tense. Keep reading. I don't care. Okay. What was I talking about? Oof. I want through axles because they're easier and better. I don't know. Would have happened eventually. It's a good attitude. That's a good attitude. Nice gifts. Also, hi. I was in the middle of writing hello when the gifts happened. Omelet, hello. Good morning. Thank you for stopping by. So 50 bucks of bike funds do it. I will. Thank you. Through axles are weird mechanically, but I get it. I just like the fact that... Alright. I don't think that they're better than quick release. I don't buy that they're stiffer and better for the bike, etc. Like, I don't buy the marketing, but I will admit that once I've used it, the reason why you use a through axle is mainly because it eliminates brake rub if you're using a disc brake bike, because when you use a through axle, it's basically in the same position every time. I can't see who I got because I'm on mobile. You got a whole bunch of lurkers. You got a whole bunch of lurkers. And I love it. I'm aware of them. Dawn! Thank you very much for the 10 gifted memberships. You and Matthew. You're being too kind to me today. I appreciate it though. You did not get Markiplier. You did not get Markiplier. Or did you? I bet you Dead Fish is Markiplier. That's Markiplier's private account. What if I got Mom dying? Screams. Shindig's is so jealous. He's like, man, I wish we had our own communist mayor. Why does New York get to have everything? I'm not too in the loop because that shit, reading about anything related to reality just makes me so fucking depressed. I'm like completely disconnected from everything right now. Anywho. I follow Mamdani on YouTube just to feel hope. That's good, huh? That good? Okay. I might check it out. Disassociating hour. Indeed. I'm moving from a city back to a rural area. It might be to be near family, and I might go random mode with biking and fishing. You totally should. I do kind of think that going analog and like not using the phone or the computer anymore, and then just like fucking being in the garden or biking or building a fucking compost bin has helped my mental health more than anything else for the last like couple years. He used my taxes to shovel the snow in front of my house the past year. It's a freaking utopia, man. What's dope is that people are getting same-day pothole filling via social media posts. Everyone is just gushing. That's what a politician should be doing. We've forgotten. More importantly, they've forgotten that this is what a politician should be doing. We need to bring back the guillotine, man. It's just crazy. Anywho. I want a steel frame and I want a steel fork, which might be tough. I don't know. I have, they should go back to doing coke. That's good. That's good. You're banned from trading stocks. You're banned from trading stocks. Oh man, but you could do coke again. Yay, yay. We accept this trade. We accept this trade. No more insider stock trading for politicians. In exchange, you can do cocaine again. Stuart the Duck, thank you so much for the gifted, the 10 gifted memberships. Did you get Markiplier? Did you get Germa? You got someone named Oolong Tea. That one's awesome. That one's my favorite. Ah, Canada. What was the Canadian politician that does cocaine? Doug Ford? Was it Doug Ford? Am I slandering somebody that is not doing cocaine? I'll take that. Also, no alcohol, indeed. Tom Ford? Rob Ford? No, that's his normal brother. Rob Ford. Rob Ford. Doug is his brother and the current premier of Ontario. Rob Ford is the Canadian politician that does cocaine. Randon, if for some reason you're ever in the Twin Cities, you should visit the Surplus Store Axemen. I think you'd like it. If it's a mill surp store, I would definitely like it. Anywho, somebody asked me why steel. It's, you know what? I'm sure there are engineers that are hanging out right now that could tell me that I'm a fucking idiot, right? I sniped Scooter. Did you? Yo, Donchi, thank you very much for the gifted, not gifted, the super chat. This is all I got. Sorry, pretend it's a gift membership. Thank you. Yo, you sniped freaking Chibli. Fuber Mion, thank you very much for being a member for 34 months. Much appreciated. Matthew, thank you very much for the super chat. Have you heard about Nigel Farage versus Lord Binface? My money is on the intergalactic trash receptacle, a new Vermin Supreme for 2026. Give me Binface pill me. Binface pill me. Tell me more about Binface. I'm not on board with the party of the intergalactic trash receptacle. Tell me more about Binface. The absolute best YouTube documentary on Rob Ford's rise and fall in politics is done by Bobby Broccoli. Who the fuck is Bobby Broccoli? That's a crazy name. He is the successor to Lord Buckethead. Count Binface is goated. The juxtaposition of who Ireland just elected versus whatever the fuck is going on in England is wild. Steel conducts and holds the heat really well. I don't know how that helps on a bike, but it's good for pots and pans. Definitely true. Downside is that steel is pretty fucking heavy compared to something like aluminum. But this is the jargon that I was taught by lurking on bikeforums.com. And if there's an engineer that could tell me, oh, that's armchair engineering, don't listen to that shit, then I'm open to changing my mind. I want a steel frame and a steel fork because I've heard that there's like a, what is it called? There's like a stress limit, like a bending limit to aluminum. It doesn't matter whether you're putting like a lot of weight or a little weight. Like aluminum, as it like flexes, like has a limited amount of stress that you could put on it, and then all aluminum will eventually break. As opposed to spring, which not spring, steel. Steel is actually more bendy. It's more elastic. I don't know what to call it. It's more bendy than aluminum, so that as long as you don't bend it so much that it permanently deforms, it'll spring back to its original shape, and it could essentially do that forever. It'll, like, steel will never break as long as you don't push it past like this invisible limit of too much weight, too much force, you know? Emery, good morning. My penis does that too. You're concerned about fatigue. Fatigue, yes, that's what it's called. So I don't want carbon because carbon is too fragile when it comes to lumps and bumps, right? I don't want aluminum because of the fatigue issue, especially when you're on a loaded touring bike. So I'm thinking steel. I've had an aluminum bike for 15 years and it's fine. I do agree with that. But Quentiel, can I ask you a question? First of all, welcome. Thank you for hanging out with us. Can I ask you a question? Did you ever go touring on it? Did you ever load like... Well, first of all, I weigh over 200 pounds, and then I put about 50 to 60 pounds of camping gear on the back of my bike, and I'm like riding it up in the mountains. All I do is bend aluminum and steel. It's my whole job. You're like Bender. You even act like Bender from freaking Futurama. Suddenly everything is clicking into place. Hold on. Let me check my... Oh no. You could eat a horse right now, growing weaker. I'm agitated. Okay, hold on. I have to give little baby. Oh, is baby hungry? Eat this pickle. A slug? Termites? Who's putting this fucking garbage in our freaking... Oh my god. How could you? Somebody's putting trash into our freaking... You know? Eat all. Eat all. I can eat while I'm walking. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. Or smoking a ciggy. Bored? Why does nothing interesting ever happen around here? Having a hard time lately? Okay, fair enough. Let's go ahead and read Alt F4. Read. And then after that, maybe a comic book or two. Okay. We're reading a comic book. Dr. Orpheus, thank you very much for subscribing. Much appreciated. Me plus my work gear is about 250 pounds, and that's also the weight limit of the bike. So I'm not pushing my luck there. Oh, okay. It's true. It's true. My number one, my bike that I like to ride right now, I'm within the weight limit, but I do feel like, I don't know. It's probably like a Koga would have the weight limit. I don't know. I want a bike with a weight limit of like over 300 pounds, just to be safe. I got an aluminum cargo bike with a 3,000 watt electric kit that I buy groceries for over 5 years. Seems fine so far. I mean, like the scary thing about aluminum fatigue is that it doesn't have any, there's no warning sign that you're, you know, approaching that limit until you approach it, and then the frame cracks, right? Because aluminum is so rigid. It's so firm. Oh. Why not drop $3,000 on a titanium frame? I did test ride a friend's titanium frame. It's kind of wiggly. Like, for me, not in a good way. Like, I'm like pedaling and I feel the part that's attached to the crank, the bottom bracket area, like move side to side. It's like, oh my god, it's wiggly. Titanium is actually very light. Titanium is super light. Really silly little gal. Good morning. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hold on a second. I need to do my zomboid maintenance. Read a comic book, you fool. Read a comic book. Why are you sad? Why are you sad? There's like a pile of comic books and pornography on the floor of our apartment. There's no pornography. I was lying. Just don't listen to me. I just need to get rid of the moodles, and then I could start chatting again. That's BL, indeed. Indeed. Fine wine connoisseur, April 1987. Okay. I could read about wines. I could. Comic book, true. There we go. We're back. All right, we're back to reading. I'm almost done with my electrical book. Okay. All right, we're back. What if I make a steel copy of my aluminum frame myself? Surely that'll have greater weight limit than the original aluminum frame. Maybe, maybe not. I think aluminum is a great material for a frame. In a lot of ways. The general wisdom among bicycling tourists is that it's not the best material for touring bikes. But I'm open to being wrong about that. I'm open to being wrong about aluminum not being the best material for just buy a car. No, man, I gotta ride my bike. I think I want either a Surly frame, a Surly disc trucker, or if I'm splurging and I'm like, this is gonna be the last touring bike I ever buy, I kind of want a Soma. Another option would be Co-Motion, but that's just stupid money. This is way too expensive. I think the two options I have in my head are I either want a Surly or a Soma. Soma? Whoa! Wait! Follow man, do you know about this? I heard that there's a new game coming out from the developers of Soma, and it's gonna be fucking lit. Is that true? Next year, I think. Ooh, kind of excited. Darth the Marth, good morning. Thank you for the question. Do you bike in the winter? I do. I bike year-round. I bike in the rain. I bike in the shine. I have biked in the snow, although I do not recommend it. I would not recommend that. Unless you have the studded tires, which I've never bought studded tires. Something called Ontos in 2027. Okay. I'll probably play that when it comes out. Because I did really like Soma. Where is your favorite place that you've ever biked? I've only done the Cape Cod Trail in Massachusetts. Okay, I have two places that I would consider my favorite place to have ever biked. One, Monument Valley, Arizona. I think aside from the scorching heat, it was like fucking 115 degrees every single day. I think Arizona was incredibly beautiful. Really good. It was inspirational to bicycle across Monument Valley. Navajo land in general. And the second one is... oh shit, what is it called? It's like the Great Allegheny Gap or the Great Allegheny Pass bicycling tour, which is across Pennsylvania. Did you know that the eastern and the western side of Pennsylvania are like very different? And it's like super beautiful. I thought it was very fun to bicycle across Pennsylvania. It started in Pittsburgh, it went down to Maryland, and then it ended in, I think it ended in Philly, but I'm not sure. The Great Linguini Plate. The parts of Arizona I've seen are gorgeous. It's pretty great. What kind of derailleurs and shifters do you like? Okay, that's another thing. I think I went over the frame and the brakes. Now I want to talk about the controls, right? I do... anything good in Texas? Ooh. The Southern Gap in Texas is nice. I think inland Texas is very hilly. It's way hillier than you think. I think when you think of Texas, you think that it's like flat, right? No, man. There's like an area of like inland northern Texas where it's like, it is fucking hilly. It's like, oh my god. I'm gonna hurl. It's tough. It's tough to bike there. You have a favorite helmet? I don't bike. I only own a nasal helm. Well, I pretty much just ride whatever. I used to buy the super expensive helmets, but I kind of feel like they're a waste of money. Because you could get like a $250, $300 helmet that the pros use, but really all it does is it shaves like 50 grams off of the weight. And it's better to buy a $50 helmet that does the exact same thing. It's like MIPS certified, and then you could spend the extra $200 on, you know, a better derailleur, which actually does have an effect on the bike. As for brand, I think Specialized is a pretty good brand for helmets. It's not bad. And they're cheap too. Nauris, thank you very much for being a member for 34 months. Meanwhile, my own bike project is stuck at. I have realized that I'm too weak to properly tighten the nuts for 2 years now. The nuts on a bike? The nuts on this bike! Oh, forget about it! And if you drop your €300 helmet by accident, you need to buy a new one just to be safe. Yes. Did you know that bicycle helmets are designed to crack immediately? Did you know that? That's how they fucking work. They take the brunt of it and then they break. They crack open and it prevents you from dying. If they didn't crack, then all of the energy would transfer over to your head and you would die, right? So if you drop your helmet, you need to check it to make sure that the foam, the inside of it, the foam part, the styrofoam part has not cracked. And if it cracked, you just have to buy a new one because it does literally nothing now. Yeah, and I just dropped my damn helmet yesterday. Need to check it out. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's worth it, though. This might be a hot take. I'm against a helmet law. A law that forces people to wear a helmet, but I think everybody should wear a helmet. Is that a hot take? I think a law that forces people to wear a helmet just causes more people to not bike at all. And the thing that makes the bicycling safest is when more people are biking. Everyone should wear one. 100%. 100%. Everybody should wear a helmet. But when you make a law like that, it reduces the total number of people that ride a bike on the road. And when you do that, it makes bicycling less safe for everybody. Lukewarm take? Fair enough. Fair enough. What else was I talking about in my bike that I want my touring bike? Oh, the controls. Yeah, the derailleurs and such. So the Canon touring bike uses bar end shifters, which is not like the modern road bike shifters that are in the brake levers. They use bar ends, which my old bike had that because they're easier to maintain, and they had drop bars. I'm kind of out of love with the drop bar for touring. The logic that people use. Wait, hold on. Did I stop reading? Oh my god, I finished reading. You fool. I'm burning through it, man. Cooking, electrical. Where's my mechanical stuff? You know what? Let's read maintenance. There we go. There we go. The reason why touring bikes, Canon does bike parts, I wish I would buy the shit out of that. The idea is that the drop bar style bike cockpit gives you a bunch of different hand positions so that your hands don't get numb from being in the same position. Because when you're bicycle touring, you're going slow and you're going like 8 to 10 hours a day. So could you imagine being on the bike for, 10 hours? If your hands are in the same position every time, like your hands will go like super numb. So the idea is that the drop bar offers you three pretty distinct hand. I'm making the positions in front of me right now. I'm an idiot, but you switch the hand positions at like 20-minute intervals, and it'll prevent your hands from getting numb because you're putting you're putting your weight into a different part of your hands with each different position. But I feel like nobody who bicycle tours ever uses the drops, which is the arrow position. Nobody ever uses the arrow position on a drop bar when they're bicycle touring, unless you're riding in a gnarly headwind. But in that case, you're miserable no matter what, because you got fucking pannier bags. You're never gonna be arrow. I'm kind of into the butterfly bar or the corner bar. Like alt bars in general might be the way. I think I want to try. The benefit of that is that for alt bars, like the butterfly bar or the corner bar, you're using mountain bike controls, like mountain bike brake levers, mountain bike shifters. Those are cheaper and easier to maintain. Having bags in a headwind is like towing an anchor. Is fucking painful. The headwind is like the worst thing. The chain is too loose and can't get the rear wheel to stay in place due to a combination of lack of tools, strength, and material for the nut to grip onto. Ah, I see what you're talking about. I think you're riding a single speed bike. Might even be a fixie. The single speed bike does have a learning curve for maintenance. Every time I fuck with the fucking fixie or a single speed, I think there's no way this is gonna work. So I'm building it, and then I get everything into place, and I get it off the rack, the stand, and then I'm riding it around, and it's like somehow this fixie works, and I don't know how or why. The world is a mysterious place. So I think my controls, I want to say fixie like it's a slur. Fixie! Okay. What was I talking about? The controls of the bike. What do I want? I'm kind of curious about Shimano Q's. Apparently it has 300% durability of the parts because they're heavier. Question for a novice: how do you find a good bike seat? And are there bikes for short people that aren't children's bikes? I'm 4'11" and it's rare to find a good bike for my little legs. Definitely, yeah, they do exist. But the main problem is a new bike is so expensive. I feel like if any of you guys, I kind of want to do a stream. If any of you guys are interested in starting bicycling and you're okay with doxing your like location within 50 miles, I would love to like get on Craigslist and find you a bike. I refuse to use Facebook Marketplace, even though I know it's better and Craigslist is dead. I prefer to use, I don't like using Facebook. I 100% would push you towards getting a used bike. There are bikes for short people, definitely. I would say don't get a small bike. Don't even get an extra small bike. If you're 4'11", get an extra small bike. Which, yes, it does exist, but it's for newer. They didn't start making bikes that small until like 2005, 2006. Until then, you just had to fucking deal with it and buy a bike that was too big for you. 6-7. What's your opinion on folding bikes? I like them. I would not buy a cheap folding bike though, because a cheap folding bike, you know, like I would buy a Brompton. I would buy a name brand folding bike if you're gonna buy one, and in which case you're willing to spend the money, and it's like very nice, very convenient. I would eventually like a folding bike one day. Destroy all flock cameras is your duty as a human. Didn't some dude that's running for political office get arrested for fucking yoinking a bunch of lock cameras. It's pretty funny. I think I might do 2 hours. I am a little tired though. I didn't really sleep that well. Bored, tense. Okay, jacket. You're gonna smoke a cigarette? No, don't take a cigarette, you fool. Smoke a cigarette. And read your maintenance book. Okay. Randy boy, if that's your real name. You know, I might do like an hour and a half. I think I've more or less finished my rant on bicycle parts. I want to get... Did you see the new Peak update? Is it done? Is it live? If the new Peak update with the 2 new biomes is live... No, I promised Fleshy that I would not play it until she came back from vacation. Damn it. Been out for 2 days. I was playing... Did you guys see at like fucking midnight? I was playing Peak with Fleshy and I finally beat the game. Because she's fucking god tier at the game. Yes, we're gonna do another Peak collab, but I'm gonna wait until she comes back. I promised her. She was sad because I think she's going on a long vacation or something. And when she comes back, everybody's gonna be bored with Peak. And I was like, you know what? I won't touch the game until you come back, and then we'll, you know, we'll play Peak. I always just got the cheapest bike Canadian Tire had, then ran it into the ground and got a new one on warranty multiple times. The wipeouts I had when I was 20 would probably disintegrate my old bones now. That's like a grizzled veteran bicyclist. That's the move. I've had good luck with Shimano Alta shifters and derailleurs. Just pair it with a KMC 8X chain. I'm thinking of doing like Shimano Q's 10-speed with mountain bike shifter, and I want 4-piston hydraulic brakes. Those are a little bit more expensive, but I think they're worth paying for. And 1X system. So for my touring bike, I think the crankset, I want like a 32 or a 34 tooth single speed crankset. And in the rear, I want like a 1050 pie plate cassette. So 1050 rear, 32, 34 front. And that'll give me the range because I don't ever really go faster than like 15 miles an hour when I'm pedaling on a bicycle tour. Sometimes I'll go 20, 30 miles an hour, but that's when I'm going downhill. A mullet bike. If I ate shit on a bike on asphalt at my age, I would shatter every bone in my body. I think you would survive. I think you would turn like an arm into pizza. You know what I mean? It would like scrape on the asphalt and the arm that you used to break your fall would look like pizza, but I think you would be fine. You like hydraulic brakes? I don't know why they feel squishy to me. Properly bled and all. They definitely do feel squishy, and I think it's because if you're accustomed to cable actuated brakes, you kind of feel the cable, right? So the lack of cable feel is what makes them feel squishy. For me, the hydraulic brake will stop me if I'm going down like a 15% grade. And I weigh like a little over 200 pounds. So like it feels so safe. It's like a warm safety blanket around my shoulders because I know that the hydraulic brakes will stop me even if I'm going like 45 miles an hour down a hill. Just fucking bombing it. I gotta go walk my dog. Have a good day, Brandon. Everybody, yeah, Charlie. I hope you have a good walk. I don't think I'm gonna go much longer. Actually, I might go ahead and wrap it up. Get some food to eat. I have something that I want to work on. Maybe, I don't know when. I'm gonna work on something today. What, isn't hydraulic basically seen as objectively superior? It's better in every way except for one, rainbow muffins. And the only way that it's not superior to a cable actuated brake is the ease of maintenance. Like if you have a spare brake cable and you have like a fucking screwdriver, you could fix a cable actuated brake on the side of the road. Like you don't need to take it into a shop or anything like that. I got cheap Shimano hydraulic setup front and rear in the kit because I don't feel like the combo shifter brake. Yeah, that's the way to do it. All this talk about bike parts, I still don't know which part tastes the best. I think objectively the best tasting part is a nice, well-seasoned bicycle saddle of someone that you admire or love. Just give that saddle a big ol' lick, brother. What if the bike shop you don't go into has your future wife or husband in it and you miss it? I mean, that's... I feel like that's... Oh, man. What was this lesson? I was taught some folksy lessons and I was like, oh, man, that's actually true because I deal with anxiety, right? Was it? I don't remember where it was, but I was given the advice that the reason why most people are anxious is because they make everything too important, right? They place too much importance on every aspect of life. Every choice that they make is a life-changing decision where, like, you could ruin your entire life if you don't make the right choice. But the simple fact of the matter is that when you're making decisions in your day-to-day life, right, you only have a decision, like you only have a life-changing decision maybe once every 2 or 3 years, and you will know when it's a life-changing decision. So you should take comfort in the fact that, like, it doesn't really fucking matter what you decide to do. Even something like, should I leave my job? You might think that it's like a super life-changing decision, and I guess your life will be a little bit different, but you will be able to find another job. Like, you will. You will. It might be tough for a little while, but it's, you know, it should only be considered a life-changing decision if, like, you might fucking die. It's like, should I take heroin? Should I take heroin? It'll change your life, but it's life-changing. Everything is critical. Exactly. That's the root of anxiety. And I think it's true. I think it's like, there's no point in worrying about, oh, am I gonna miss a chance? Am I gonna miss a big chance? And it's like, not really. You make your chances, right? Chances are not given to you by, like, a random number generator that's running the physics of the universes. Chances are made when you decide to try to do stuff, right? So you shouldn't worry about, like, the world giving you a chance. You make your own chances. Is this gonna affect the battle of the band? Those words might get me into gambling. Please don't gamble. Anxiety is also about, at least for me, about judgment or fear of consequences. If I take a different route to work, I will get lost or die. Yeah, right? The fear of consequences is like, this is an important decision because it could really fuck me up if I don't. But the fact of the matter is, like, if you take a different route to work, I think the worst case scenario is that you'll get hopeless. This is like, literally, I think this is the worst case scenario that you could expect. You'll get absolutely lost. You'll have to pull over to the side of the road, park your car, get out your phone, and then use Google Maps and be like, how do I get to work? And it was like, oh, okay, you go this way. And it's like, you're 15 minutes late. You're 15 minutes late to work, and it's not really a big deal. And then you get killed by the cartel! Lalo Salamanca, like, jumps out of the roof, and he's like, ha! And he kills you. I would love to get killed by Lalo Salamanca. No question. No question. Okay, guys. I'm going to go ahead and call it. I'm going to go eat, and I'm going to do some work. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. What are we doing tomorrow? We're doing more Zomboid tomorrow. If you take a different route to work, some random kid might jump from the bushes to kill you, which would cause a chain of events that lead to the Zero Escape trilogy. Go eat your club sandwich? I don't know if I'm eating a club sandwich. Aw, thank you for the bits, silly little gal. Thank you very much. Okay, guys. You guys take care. I will see you tomorrow, okay? Okay?